Good Monday evening, everyone. We are back with a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, my daily in-depth, crazy in-depth and detailed weather video. Once again with the Democratic National Convention this week and our convention coverage on 21 News. The time for weather in the newscast has shrunken, so I turn to this video to bring you all the good stuff that I can't show you on TV because I don't have time. 88 the high this afternoon in Youngstown, 92 in Cleveland, New Philly 96, Zanesville 97. It was hot today. Pittsburgh hit 93 this afternoon. 88 was our forecast for today, so we nailed that, and our streak continues. We're up to 32 days in a row now of accurate forecasts within 2 degrees in what we call the 2-degree guarantee. So the streak rolls on. It was hot. It was humid today. Check out our dew points over the last 20 hours. The air was gross today. I mean, when you're talking dew points up to 73, 74, 75 degrees, that's brutal stuff. And even this evening, dew points are still in the upper 60s to around 70. This is what it did for the heat index this afternoon, kind of a measure of what your body thinks the temperature is when it's trying to cool you off. Heat index peaked at about 93 at the Youngstown Warren Airport earlier on today. All right, this evening, our weather is quiet. It's going to stay that way through the overnight. All the action has slipped off to the south and east. It's a stormy evening in New York City down towards Philadelphia, where the DNC is going on. They've picked up a lot of rain over the last few hours. Some of these Doppler radar estimates are pretty impressive, especially just north of what they call Center City, Philadelphia. 4.3 inches worth of rain estimated by the radar just north of Philly. So no surprise that there's some flash flood warnings and flood advisories out for the rest of the evening around the city of brotherly love. All right, backing up and taking a look at the region this evening. As far as the dew points go, again, still very muggy, but notice Cleveland, the dew points dropped to 62, Detroit's at 62, Lansing's at 60. There is a push of drier air. It's subtle, we're into the heart of summer. It is traditionally the hottest part of the year right now. Cold fronts are usually very weak here in the heart of summer. And this one is, playing to that to a T. There's no cool air behind this front, but there is this subtle drop in the humidity. And so I think these dew points are going to mix out to lower 60s, maybe even upper 50s by tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at our 7-day dew point trend based off the European model. Dew points in the 50s for the next couple of afternoons. And then Thursday, the dew points start creeping up, and then it looks fairly muggy Friday through the weekend before perhaps a return of drier air early on, next week. All right, let's hop out of here and take a look at the modeling for the rest of the week. Certainly going to be dry tomorrow. Tomorrow's a nice day. Our front has sagged off to the south, right in through here. And again, a hot day, but with lower dew points. Wednesday is going to be a repeat of that, maybe a degree or two higher, but still the dew points mostly in the 50s. Our forecast challenges really begin as we head towards the end of the week, Thursday and into Friday. Let me show you the GFS here on Thursday afternoon and evening. The modeling is kind of diverging as to what it wants to do with this moisture. Does it go mostly south? Is it going to be more of a northward push? The GFS have taken literally here would suggest that there's an outside chance of a shower late Thursday. And then just sort of scoots everything off to the east on Friday. Notice the GFS doesn't have much around. I mean, maybe a shower. The European model has a much different look and probably isn't right either. The truth is probably somewhere in between. So we're going to allow for some showers, maybe some thunder Thursday night and into Friday. Whatever happens at the end of the week, I think the weekend is kind of just classic summer weather. It'll be in the lower 80s. It'll be kind of muggy with a front probably stalled somewhere nearby. There could be spotty shower and thunderstorm activity over the course of the upcoming weekend, but neither day to me looks like any sort of a washout. Temperature-wise, here's a look at the European ensemble over the next 2 weeks as we head into August. Notice the decrease in temperatures at the end of this week, back to average for a change. We haven't been at average for quite a while now, but we should be in the lower 80s Friday through the weekend, and then an uptick early next week, and then perhaps a more significant punch of cooler air possible as we wrap up the first week of August, right around the 5th, 6th, and 7th. Climate modeling for the month of August, which starts, of course, in a week. Painting a cool picture in the northern plains, northern Rockies, warmer than average, seems pretty likely in the southeast and the southwest. And then around our region, this looks a little warmish, but my suspicion is that August will end up being less warm compared to average than July. We're probably going to end July at about plus 2.5, maybe plus 3 in the temperature department. August, to me, is probably going to shape up closer to maybe a degree above average. Still warmer than average, but not by as much as July. That's what my suspicion is for August. We'll do an August forecast probably at the end of this week. Precipitation-wise, of course, we're still really thirsty for some rain. I had an inch of rain at my house yesterday, but not everyone shared in that. And August, according to the climate modeling, looks wet in the plains, maybe wet on the East Coast, and then kind of in between here. Maybe close to average as far as rain goes in August. Let's hope that some of this East Coast wetter than average trends start shifting west, because again, we could use kind of a wet month here around the Mahoning and Shenango Valleys. Thank you for watching the Monday Night Weather for Weather Geeks. 21 News at 11 tonight with more DNC coverage and a couple of minutes of weather if I'm lucky. I'll see you back here for more Weather for Weather Geeks Tuesday evening. This video usually is online initially at about 8 p.m.